and you wanted to prove a point so bad that you got these two 12-year-olds that are national champions to spar with me, but I banged them up.
Let's go back to your early life, your upbringing. You were born and raised in Hackney, is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
What's that like? Stevie and I, we're country boys. We're from Norwich. So what's it like growing up in?
And then Norwich are gonna get relegated.
They already have been, yeah.
They're relegated.
They've been relegated.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't mean it like that. But I mean, it's
straight
just
away.
the first thing that came to my head with Norwich.
What do I know about Norwich? They're not very good.
Well, you're not a Norwich fan.
No.
Man
you're
United.
Man United fan.
Let me interject. Never been to Old Trafford, so is he really?
I've been.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't.
You're a Spurs fan, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
I'm West Ham fan.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. My dad's a West Ham fan.
Right.
As well.
Decent.
So,
Decent. Shout out, Derek.
Yeah.
I've done my research.
Come on. No, I got love for West Ham there, obviously, because my dad reps them heavy.
Yeah, I love that.
But I'm a Spurs fan.
Right.
But back to Hackney.
Yeah.
It was interesting. I guess it was interesting. Growing up in Hackney was good for me because a lot of my family lived in Hackney. So everyone was local to each other, like all within 10-minute drive of each other. So that was a good thing about growing up in Hackney. Everyone was close. Friends were close. Family were close. School was fun as well. Like I remember one of my good friends, I met him in primary, remember things from like real young because I moved to Tottenham when I was 8. So when I'm talking about Hackney, I only have like 7, you ain't even gonna remember all those years, probably like 5 years of memory.
Fair, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
From
yeah.
actually living there.
Yeah.
But yeah, good friends made. Got in a bit of trouble as well. Got a scar on my ear, ran into a table.
Oh shit.
Ran into a table.
In nursery. What am I doing? What am I doing?
What do you mean you ran into how tall were you?
Listen.
Well, you were a kid, so...
Were you imagining to it now?
I was looking at this table now and I'm thinking, ooh, like I was really, I was doing some silly shit, but yeah. So things happen.
Did you go to hospital?
Yeah. You had to have this big white thing over my ear.
What, it took your ear off?
No,
You still got an ear, Jack.
It's got a little, it just had a little split.
You can see, yeah.
Stitch back to go on.
What, were you running on all fours?
I don't know. I don't remember. I think I was running.
No, I need to know about this.
Honestly, I don't think so. I think I was running. And I ran into the table, like clipped the side of the table.
That's how hard you are. You can just run into tables and shit.
It's testing my strength from early, you know what I'm saying? How I can do in this world. But yeah, no, Hackney, it was good growing up. Main thing I remember is family and actually starting to box as well, because we lived in that big tower block. And I just remember the flat where I was wearing the gloves and like messing around with my dad and like doing little pads and stuff, sparring with my cousins, like, because we're all similar age.
Yeah.
So they all come around, put the gloves on, little sparring, you know what I mean? Like,
What, from how old are you when you first put on gloves?
2?
2?
2? I think 2. I think 2 or 3, yeah. Because I used to put socks on my hands first. So I put socks on my hands to pretend that they were gloves. And then my dad was like, let's get you some gloves. You can't be running around with socks on your hands. So probably I'd say about 3, probably about 3.
You've got massive hands as well, ain't you?
I've been told. Yeah. I don't know, man.
They are big hands.
Big.
Let me see the palm of your hand quick. Let me see the palm of your hand. All right, so I haven't met anyone yet that only has 2 lines in the middle of their hand.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm still waiting.
What's that all about?
I don't know. I don't know. But I asked my mum what's going on. Like, what, you left a line out for me? But yeah.
Yeah, because when I close my hand, it's like it's the creases of the hand. How does yours close? Wow. I don't know why I'm so impressed by that. Well done.
I don't know. I just realized as I've lived, I've realized, well, I think I'm rare. I might be an alien. But yeah.
When was your first fight? I'm not talking boxing. Like, did you have a fight at school?
First fight at school.
Or first fight you can remember?
Well, I went to the gym when I was 6. To the boxing gym when I was 6. So I guess
Fucking hell.
you shouldn't really be having fights before the age of 6.
Right.
If you're living life a decent way.
Yeah.
So I ended up going to the boxing gym when I was 6. I remember sparring with this guy, and it was like the nursery group, obviously, because I'm 6.
It's like Fight Club for toddlers.
And
This is madness.
And I just like been practicing at home with my dad for years before I even went to the gym. So I was really not at nursery level, but I'm nursery age. So they put me there, and I just ended up punching out this guy.
I love that he's 6.
No, Because it is. That's what happened. And then I was like, oh my days, like I couldn't believe. I kind of felt bad because I was like, oh, I'm used to practicing, not hitting on someone else.
Yeah.
And then I kind of, well, as we can tell, as the story goes on, I clearly got over that.
So what he's saying here, guys, is Viddal Riley has knocked out a 6-year-old. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was 6 too.
We might leave that bit out.
I wasn't bullying.
We're going to leave that bit out of the title.
That'll go in the trailer.
I was 6 as well. But no, I remember, from the ages of 6 to like maybe 7, I went to the boxing gym. Then I didn't go for a year. So I was like, come back to the gym at 8 years old. And then the new trainer was there. And then my dad walks in and he's like, oh, my son's here. He wants to train, but he can't train with the nursery. He's like, how old is he? 8. And then the guy was like, well, just come back on Saturday and Sunday. Just come back on Saturday. He's like, that's it. Then my dad was like, nah, you don't understand. He's 8. I know he's 8, but he can fight. And then the guy was like, just skip today. No sparring for you. So then he ends up calling like 2 national champions. These are like, so they're 12 at this point. 12, 13.
I honestly didn't know that you have champions at this age.
Oh, yeah. National. You can win your first national title at 12 years old. I won my first at 12 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. You can be the best in Great Britain at 12 years old.
Right, okay. So he sat you out that first session.
No, he didn't. He made it out like he was going to. Then he called the 2 national champions and he said, go and spar with them. I'm thinking, now when I grow up and I'm like, you had an 8-year-old in front of you and you wanted to prove a point so bad that you got these 2 12-year-olds that are national champions to spar with me. But I banged them up. And then he said, you know what? On Sunday, there's actually a show. There's a gym show. You can come through and fight for the club. And then I banged that guy up as well. And then after that, I was the only 8-year-old in the junior group. Everyone else was at least 11, 12, 13 years old. I was 8 and I was in that same session.
Wow.
There's a few others as well, actually, because I remember one guy, he used to bring smoke to me, but I mean, it was only a few people that could be in that group at 8 years old, and I was there.
So your dad brought you down, and because he was saying, like, your dad was obviously singing your praises, and then the so am I getting this right? The guy who's running the session, taking the session, thought, he's overhyping you too much, so he's going to try and get someone to beat you up. And then...
that's literally trying to set me up. So he tried to put me in there with the best people to prove a point that you belong on the Saturdays and Sunday classes. And my dad was like, you know what to do, show him you're not there for Saturday and Sunday. And we started going there on Tuesdays and Thursdays. just like the other people did.
An 8-year-old you must have still had like a considerable size difference between a 12-year-old. Like, they must have been quite a lot bigger than you.
I was small. I was very small as a kid. I only got my growth spurt when I was about 15, 16. Like when I was in year 7, year 8, I think I was like 5'4", 5'5". Like I was short. I was like the shortest of my family, everything. So at that age, I can't remember the size difference, but I'm just thinking I must have been small.
I'm just trying to picture that fight.
If we could somehow go back in time, I'd put money on 8-year-old Viddal Riley knocking you out, Stevie.
Now?
Yeah, you now. Yeah. Oh yeah, 8-year-old you's dead.
8-year-old you had no chance. Like,
I'd put money on that as well, to be fair.
I reckon it'd have to be at least 9-10 to knock me out. I assume you beat him comfortably.
No, it wasn't. The aim of the spar wasn't to beat him.
Right. Okay. Okay, but you did, right?
Like, you know, you guys trying to do this to me. Don't do this.